Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 20 of Proton, which is also going to be the final episode of Proton. So over the last few episodes I've been trying to, try out the different mods and different items and, try and fully experience the mod pack, because a while back now I finished with the Better With Mods progression, which is the main content I was interested in the mod pack, but there still were other cool mods I want to try out and explore. Well, in this episode we're going to be reviewing some of the final things I didn't get to do in this series, and looking at some of the things I didn't get to make and try out. Also, I see the tail of that guardian. I'm very afraid it's going to attack me while doing this intro. And my gear is just getting more and more matched at the moment, because I have the backpack on, now the double jump boots, and it looks really weird with Soul Force Steel. Anyway, so I did manage to get a post for the horse. That's what I was looking for, horse. And, oh, didn't get me. And aside from that is sort away items. And I also did make an item frame for the map. But as you can see, there's a good bit of map that's not map. Which is, I don't know, if I have time, I would like to get to that this episode. But the one thing I really would like to do, I did some mining. Because I wanted to get experience to get to level 30. And I really hope this gets me to level 30. Oh, thank God. And if you look in my ores chest, it's looking pretty stocked. I got, I think, 30 diamonds. I think I only had 2 in here. I don't know, I have to check in the other episode, but I got a whole bunch of diamonds. Imagine if I had fortune, that'd have been great. But now I need 3 lapis. So let's see what I can enchant, because I really want to do at least one enchant. I never found where that skeleton spawner was, by the way. So, yeah, but... Okay, well, I can do that. So it's fire protection for the boots, protection for the legs, unbreaking on the helmet, thorns on the body, efficiency on the battle axe, sharpness on the sword, unbreaking on the bow, efficiency on the pickaxe, efficiency on the hammer. Well, at this point, none of it really matters. The only one I'd be really happy to get is... Actually, what was it? Double jump on the boots would be cool, but that's not a great enchant. I kind of want to do the hammer, because, honestly, this thing's a lot better than I expected. Can't see the durability, but, yeah, I was using it for mining. Originally, I was just going down the strip mine, getting some, like, redstone stuff I missed, and I was using the hammer to clear out stuff, so let's see what I can get. Okay, experience boost. Experience from killing mobs. Probably not that great on the hammer. But efficiency and unbreaking, so, I don't know, it's decent. And... I don't know, let's just see if any of the other enchants did show anything really good. I think this version is before they added Sweeping Edge. Ooh, power on the bow. Breaking. I forget which armor pieces I did, so I might be repeating. But yeah, mainly just, I guess, like, double jump on the boots is what I'd be going for. Okay. So we did an enchant. Not much of it's a thing, but we did a thing. So the other thing I want to do is, take this map and see if we can map it. Ow. Okay. My swim speed already feels a little wonky. I forget if this is vanilla boat or modded boat or what, but yeah. Either way, I think we need to go around the ship, but there are these other potions. 7C. Players can drive boats faster, so... Oh boy! I'm not sure what I expected, but this is really fast. Okay, well, actually, I'm actually using these things I've been getting over the series. Neat, huh? Because I had, like, the grappling hook and I never... Oh, cool, a stream on top of a mountain, it looks like. I would check F3, but I don't think it's going to tell me what this biome is anyway. Oh, that's poor chicken. But, yeah, this is a really awesome stream. It's kind of weird, like, in the last episodes, I mean, I guess I've been doing more exploring, but in the last couple episodes, I've been finding all these really cool things I would have loved to have seen at the start of the series. Yes, I do have the bed with me. I didn't think about that. Okay, well, But aside from just running around and trying to finish off this map as kind of a final thing for the series, yeah, it is kind of annoying almost that I'm finding all these streams now. Okay, yeah, that's the body of water I wanted the boat for. Because I'm pretty sure that extends to the rest of the sea. So, I do have these other potions, and I didn't want the boat, I want the bed. I mean, I want the boat, but first I want to sleep. So another thing I want to do that I probably won't be able to multitask well is I pretty much, as I was doing the series, I made a list of like all the mods and all the items and pretty much everything I'd like to try to test out or things I could test out, even if I didn't really like care too much about it. So I have that list still, and I kind of want to go over it and then say what they are or look into it in JEI. So I kind of can do that a bit while boating, but trying to boat and map, and yeah, it's probably not going to go too well, especially with this speed potion. So let's try and clear a little bit of this first. Also, I'm pretty sure the map does fill in while we're in the boat. Like if I look now, it should be filling in for, yeah. So it fills in as we go. It's just is that the ocean monument? I feel like I might have already passed one, but I might be thinking of a different series. Well, this is going pretty fast, so I might be able to map this out, because I was kind of saving the potions for this purpose. And it's going to expire. I don't know, maybe it was an ocean monument I saw. I forget where it is now anyway. Oh, there's a pirate ship. This is the area we were at earlier, with the horse in the other episode. So yeah, this is going pretty quick. I guess we will get to finish this map, get back to the base, and then we can do a proper review of the stuff. So, like I mentioned before, though, part of the reason I've kind of been I have been disinterested in the series is because I haven't wanted to do a whole bunch of vanilla stuff again, because it's still kind of soon after Rediscovery. I didn't want my goal to be, oh, fight the Ender Dragon, fight the Wither. This area is a little harder to... Hold on, let me focus a little more for this. Okay, I need to try and get inland for that, I guess. And down here for that. But yeah, so... But there's a lot of modded stuff. It just isn't the most, I guess, I don't know. It's vanilla-like. So, better with mods is the main progression, but there still are a lot of other, like, side mods. Okay, I really wish I was using that a lot sooner in the series. Now that I'm kind of getting used to it. Yeah, it's a good hook shot. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this now that I remember how to use it. Anyway, so some of the mods I didn't use in this series. One is storage drawers. They have the drawers, the framing table, and the packing tape were all items from that I had noted. And I think I have used them in other series. I forget. I'm pretty sure I've had them in other mod packs. I'm not sure how much I used them. Like, I feel like it was in Untamed, but I also remember I was using Refine Relocation for that. So maybe I'm misremembering and just mixing that up with them. But I feel like I did have drawers in one of those series like that. I don't know. I know I've used storage drawers before, and if not, I feel like I have. So, it's not the most interesting mod. I mean, it's a cool mod, but, like, just... It didn't really benefit my storage system much for what I was doing in this series, so that's the reason I never used it. And that is the map completed, it looks like. Okay. So, yeah, I think the packing tape lets you move a chest, like it'll turn a chest into a version you can break, pick up, and keep its contents, but maybe I'm misremembering that. And I can't remember what the framing table does. I feel like that was something they added to change the cosmetics of the drawers that yeah, I can't remember what series I had storage drawers in. I feel like it was Untamed, but I feel like I might also be misremembering. But, yeah, I feel like that's, or whatever series it was, the framing table is something I never really messed with, or it wasn't around originally. Another thing is a char set, I think it is. It adds locks and keys. Now, in a single-player game, that's not really a big deal, but I'm pretty sure you can put the locks on doors and chests and lock them. So, I think that's all there was to it. Pretty much down from here. Okay, and the only other thing was extra rails. I actually want to look this one up because I think they had some really cool stuff. It's just I never made a railway. Yeah. So there's a locking rail. Huh. I thought that was going to be slime balls. Direction rail, comparator rail, and wooden rail. So that's all the stuff from extra rails, but like I said, I never got to really do much with rails, or never had much of a need to make a railway to anywhere, like an end portal or such, so didn't get to use that. So I think those were the only mods I didn't get to use, or no, those were, okay, so how I did it, I had unused things, then at the end I had blocks, then I had mods. So I'm kind of reading this reverse order, so some of the other mods are covered in the above sections we're going to get to now. But yeah, those are some of the mods I didn't end up using at all or touching much with. Another one is chisel bits. That's all it says, but I think if I just search chisel, I think it's chisel and bits. Now, I didn't use this one kind of intentionally, because if I remember right, this is kind of just like insane micro blocks. Like you can get down to a lot of detail with stuff. I don't know. It's not like chisel where you just change one block to another type of block. I think I did look into it, and that's how it is. And that's not something I really was a huge fan of doing for this series. Like, I didn't want to get down to that detailed of building, so I never used chisels and bits. But there also were clay tiles, soul sandstone. These are just different block stuff. Charred nether brick and the chopping block, which all sounded cool. Just, once again, never really got too much into the building side of it, so didn't really use them, or I don't know, I did try and make a decent house, but aside from that, I didn't really do too much. Speaking of a decent house, where is it? Yeah, down here, I think. Yeah, if I actually just search clay. So these are the clay tiles from Quark, and they look pretty cool. So it's hardened clay to make them, and I think you can dye them, and I don't know, there's a lot of them. They look really neat. That's definitely something that if I was doing more builds in the series, I definitely would have used. But, I didn't. I think I wasn't in enough. It's over there, right? Yeah. So that's the second ship. That was the first one. Yeah. And still haven't tested out all the potions. But, there's... Recall, I think, is the only one we haven't tested. So I'll test that when I get back to the base. And just to go over some of the other blocks or show them, Soul Sandstone is pretty much what you'd expect. It's sandstone, but for soul sand. And another block that'd be cool. And charred nether brick. So it's a fire charge, and it makes a black version of nether brick, which looks cool. I feel like that might have been used in some world gen. Is it Quark? Yeah. I don't know, I feel like that might have been... Oh, that's the hole I made. I was like, what's that hole? The one I did with the potion. Oops. Okay, so now to go over some of the other items of note. But first to put this in the auto frame. Not this, the boat, but this, the map. And... yeah, it looks like I got it all. It would be showing black because of the background, I think. So, yeah. We completed 2 maps. Now, I would love to make a giant map on, like, do the side maps, even maybe the bottom ones, but, yep, no time for that in the series, or yeah, I'm not doing that. And okay, so let me just put away these items. I mean, it doesn't really matter because usually after a series ends, I don't really do much on the world. And after this ends, I really can't say I'm going to be doing much more with Proton. So it doesn't really matter if I sort stuff away or not, but I'm doing it anyway. Like, I didn't even get to use the diamond arrows, I don't think. But, for recall... So let's just run this way. So yeah, and the chopping block was the other one I didn't show. I feel like that is just cosmetic, but it seems like it should have a use. I think it's, yeah, better as mods. Chopping block and a bloody chopping block. I don't know if it has any use. Maybe it is meant for some factory stuff, but it looked like a cool block, and I didn't see any use for it, so... I really hope this potion works like I'm expecting it to. Because if I'm right, it should teleport me back. Yep. That worked exactly like I was expecting it to. If I do this, will it... Yep, it still gives me fall damage. Okay, so I think we've done enough with potions. Yeah, that's where I have them. I'm not going to empty them from the backpack. It doesn't really matter too much. So now let's go over the last few mod stuff real quick. And oh! I forgot about the eggs. So I remember seeing something, I don't know which potion even to use it on. If you brewed it with eggs, supposedly it got rid of the particles. I went to that in the potion episode or tried and completely forgot. So, oh well. But now to look at some other mod stuff. So for the rest of the episode, it'll probably be just in here. So another thing was the chimes. I think these are quark. Nope, better with mods. I think they're just cosmetic. So yeah. Bamboo chime and wind chimes. And whatever this is, I actually don't know. A screw pump, actually. That's somewhere else on here. The screw pump, it can move water up. So that's what a screw pump does. Maybe for the water wheel or some other automation. I don't know. As I mentioned, I think in the other episode, I never have been one to do like a lot of builds or a lot of technical stuff like redstone automation. So that's why I guess a lot of this is kind of... I feel like if you were into that stuff, this mod pack would be a lot more interesting. Because I'm more like survival, progression, you know, fighting monsters. And once you get to the end of the progression and get Soul Force Steel, it's like... not a lot of that, but there is a lot of stuff you were trying to make like redstone builds and automated farms and even just building. So I don't know, I feel like I was a little off the target for this mod pack, or at least it wasn't my best choice for trying to do a long series on. But aside from that, there was a wicker, which I think is just yeah, like a cosmetic. Do I have I should have sugarcane. Yeah, I think this is just like a cosmetic wall-like thing. Oh, it's actually like a fence. That's neat. Huh, neat. So that's what wicker is. Once again, another more buildy type block. Let's see. There also is platforms, grates, slats. So I look, platform. I feel like this is just kind of scaffolding. It also uses the wicker. Slats. I feel like I looked into this, and they are like a ladder. They look like a fence, but they actually work like a ladder. I'm not sure if I made any, but if it's on my notes, probably not. And grates, I forget what the deal with these are. Wow, they're just a bunch of various blocks. So other things I didn't get to, or try out at all. So the nether furnace. From nether core and nether core. Okay. But from what I remember, or from what my notes say anyway, it doesn't require any fuel if you use it in the nether. I'm not sure how fast it is, but still, that's a cool concept. I remember there was a similar thing from more furnaces. Yes, that's the right one. Whereas the netherrack furnace, if you lit it on fire, it cooked for free, but very slowly. There's the buddy block, which is a block update detector. There's the block dispenser. which is made from that. Did I look at the buddy block? I feel like I didn't actually look up its recipe. Yeah, it's also in that. The block dispenser can place and break blocks. The lens focus emits a beam of light. I actually have no idea what it does beyond that. The detector block... Forgot to spell detector. Detects a signal if there is a block in front. So kind of like the observer block, only different. Observer's more block update. The breeding harness, a weird thing, but it immobilizes a mob. I'm sure that would be used in some farms, but not anything I need to do. We already did the screw pump. Then there's pipes. I believe that's actually charset. I hope I'm saying that right. And shifter. So from what I say, pushes in pipes and extracts from inventory. So apparently that's what the shifter, I guess, will like pull items out of a chest and make it move through the pipes. But without it, I guess it doesn't move through the pipes. Like I said, I looked into this stuff. It's just stuff I never really had a chance to play around with outside of maybe a creative test briefly. And the final thing out of my notes was cables and gates. So I'm pretty sure cables are just, yeah, redstone cable, which is, I think it was Red Power is the original one. There was Project Red. There's a lot of mods that do cables like this. I can't remember all the names, though. And the other one was gates. Okay, these are all the, like, redstone gates that usually are complex machines, or maybe not complex, but, like, more intricate circuits down to a single block. I know some of these. The ones I know remember aren't really here. Alright, I know I've used some of them before, but I can't remember what's what. And I think that's everything. Huh. I mean, it's not really an epic way to end off the series, but... well, I think that covers pretty much everything in the mod pack. I mean, if you look, it's vanilla for the first couple pages here. Unless some other things were injected. I'm also not used to these textures, so that's not helping. I know some of these potions are extra alchemy, but we kind of covered that. I'm sure there's some potions we didn't cover. But if you're really interested, just check out the mod, I guess, because I can't go over every one. Like, charge is one. Used to craft more powerful potions. And I'm not seeing a crafting recipe. Okay, well, those are the locks and keys from Charset. Let's see, what else is there? Those are the gates. I think that's all Charsets, just the single symbol ones. We did the chimneys. There's the one hook shot. The mechanical booster rail. That's something I don't think I touched on. There's a lot of stuff in Better with Mods. Some I don't even know what it does. Like the pulley even. But yeah, there's Better with Mods. There's definitely a lot more stuff in there. I never figured out how the dynamite stuff worked either. Or is it dynamite or mining charge? I remember one of them I never figured out. But that added a lot of stuff. Then the extra alchemy vials. I actually don't know how to make these. The quick vial. So, this is creative mode only. Remember that for building. There's Ender Zoo, Coral Reef. I actually never got any coral or did anything with it. Apparently access die. Neat. There's that coral block I saw a few times. The chisel and bits. Clay bucket. Nether core. That's this mod or pack's nether thing. I remember I mentioned Nether X as another one. Then there's quark. Literal ascension. More quark stuff. Those are the runes made from the crystals I try to find. Glass shards, which is that. Storage drawers. Vending blocks. That's another one I never had a need to use because it's more of a multiplayer thing. And then we have the cables, and I think that's everything in the mod pack. Or the cables and pipes. So, yeah, I think that covers the mod pack pretty well. Well, I didn't get to do everything personally, like, you know, I didn't get to build a lot of stuff, but like I was saying, building and, like, devices, redstone stuff automation, I guess is the better term. Building and automation really aren't stuff I focus a lot on in Let's Plays. It's something I might be interested in trying more in future Let's Plays, but it's not something I really want to do a whole bunch in this series, or at least in the final episodes. Because it's also one of those things, like, when you get to the end of a series, you know a series is ending, so in that sense, I don't want to invest too heavily into the world. Like, I didn't want to spend these last few episodes building this awesome farm, knowing that after I'm done building the farm, the series is over, sort of thing. So, I don't know. But Proton is still a really cool mod pack, even if it's maybe not the best suited for me, or best suited for me to Let's Play. It's a mod pack that if I was to just like play on a server with friends, I think would be awesome. But we actually did do that briefly for testing this, and I think I was the only one who really got into it. Like, the other people played for a bit and then stopped, so oh well. But if I was trying to play like on a server of friends, though, this would be a good mod pack, I think. And I might even revisit for something like that in the future if it comes up. It does have a lot of cool mods. Double Jump's another mod I just remembered it's here. There's also the backpacks. And, I don't know, there's a lot of really cool mods. I do love the Better Mods progression, or it definitely was something fun to try out. And, personally, I'm used to, I guess, a bit more progression after that. Can I actually fall on this? No. Just random things as I'm running off the series and episode. Ow. I should go inside before Guardian shoots me. But, yeah. Anyway, I'm happy to end off the series here. I'm glad I did these extra 4 episodes instead of just ending on 17 like my plans originally called for. I have no idea when this episode's going to go up because of that, though, because, like I said, originally I was playing Dead End on 17, and that's how my schedule was based. And tonight when I record it, I decided, let's do 4 instead, and managed to record 4. And actually, it's like 1:30 in the morning now. Whoops, I started around midnight. Actually, I think I started before midnight. I don't know. It's been a while, and I did the off-camera stuff between this and the last episode. And, yeah, anyway, I feel like that's enough rambling and discussion and words to end off this episode and series. But, yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed Proton. It certainly was an experience going through all this stuff, even if it wasn't the best mod pack suited for me, or even though I didn't get too much into the automation and building. But like I said, it's a cool mod pack. If you guys are interested, I'd check it out if you haven't already. And, yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end it off. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this series, and until next time, goodbye.